Bench press is the lift that people are most out of touch with, and it has to do a lot with social media and just misinformation in general. How many people do you think have pressed 500 or above in competition? Would you have guessed 4,000 ever? No, I don't think most people would. Would you have guessed over 550 is only 1,000 people ever? Over 600 is only 200 people ever? I think a lot of people would think these numbers are way higher because it feels like you see them all the time. And there are a lot of reasons for this, but let me offer what I believe is the number one reason. Equipment. Once you throw equipment in the mix, then it jumps from 200 people to ever press 600 or above to 5,000. I'm not even scrolling down enough to find 550 and 500 at that point. If you compare that to a lift like squat, it jumps from 350 ever raw to squat 800 or above. And I know I am just picking like arbitrary weights, but this would be considered, I would say, like a good threshold of strength, like a 600-pound bench. Well, okay, a very strong threshold of strength, 600-pound bench and 800 squat. And then it jumps to 3,500. So basically 10 times versus it was 200 to 5,000. So that's like 25 times. And then with deadlift, it's very, very little change between equipment. I mean, equipment just doesn't really help deadlift all that much. So that's basically the main thing, is the equipment that comes along with bench press helps hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, whereas the equipment that comes along with squat still does help, but not nearly as much. And then with deadlift, it doesn't help nearly as much at all. None of these are a problem, but if you ever see somebody talking about, let's say you squat 800 and you bench mid fives, those are pretty neck and neck numbers. And they're like, oh, dude, you just need to get that bench up. It's because their mind is tainted by all these equipped lifting. Not to mention just standards outside the gym anyway. There's a lot more that you can do to mess up a bench. Like your butt being completely up in the air will make a huge difference. Whereas with squat, you kind of can just squat high, but everybody knows. And so, yeah, that's why people are so out of touch when it comes to bench.